Good evening. Welcome. I'm Miss Matthews.
And I'm Miss Conlon. Welcome to our fifth grade class.
My name is Amanda Matthews. Like I said, I went to VCU for both undergrad and graduate school. I have a master's in teaching. I've been teaching at Detro since my first year, and this is my fifth year teaching. I am passionate about helping my students become lifelong learners. And you can always feel free to email me at amanda.matthews@nn.k12.va.us, or you can call the office at 757-886-7760, and they'll transfer you to my extension, which is 27703.
And I am Terry Conlon. I went to Longwood and to Christopher Newport. When I went there, it was a long time ago. They were both still colleges. They are now universities. So that's where I got my undergrad. And then I went on to William & Mary for my master's degree. I've been teaching here at Detro since 1999. I taught preschool before that in private brief school, but altogether, this is my 29th year of teaching. And I am living my dream. Ever since I can remember, I wanted to be a teacher. My contact info is as shown, terry.conlon@nn.k12.va.us. Or the number that you see there is my cell, and you can text me if you need to. I respond best to emails and text messages.
We do have new start and end times. We will be allowing students into the building at 9 o'clock, and then we will be starting instruction at 9:20. So we'll have morning meeting, then resource, then English. And if you look there, English is kind of set up to where we have the majority of it prior to lunch and recess, and then we have 10 minutes after recess, which will be just kind of silent reading as they cool off from coming into the building. Then we'll have math, then we'll have science, and then we will pack up at 3:55. So the time's changed by about 10 minutes.
Because we are team teaching, we have two teams. We have the blue team, which is my homeroom class, and then we have the silver team, that is Miss Matthews' homeroom class. The only reason the kids would be in their teams is for resource classes. You can see on the blue team side, day 1 is PE, day 2 art, day 3 library, day 4 music, and day 5 global studies. Where on the silver team, they start their resource schedule with art, then moving on to library day 2, day 3 music, day 4 global studies, and day 5 would be PE. On those PE days, please make sure that your child remembers to wear their tennis shoes and clothes that they can be active in.
So we do have some new safety measures. Everyone is going to be required to wear a mask throughout the day. Students may only remove their mask when they are eating. We have daily cleaning and disinfecting of the building. We have air purifiers in every classroom, and we just got a new HVAC system last week, so the air is nice and clean here.
A couple of you have asked about the masks. The cloth masks are probably the best ones. You can wash them. I have the ones that have the little wire in there, so if you have to wear glasses and you have the fogging problem. Or you can do the disposable, those paper disposable ones. We have a few available for students who they don't have a mask for that day, or something happens, breaks the earpiece or whatever. But in general, you do need to provide a mask for your child each and every day, along with their Chromebooks.
Yes. Okay, so just a general, what fifth graders learn is for science. Of course, last year they did more social studies. This year we do more science. We'll start off with engineering and investigation, go into properties of matter, and then energy. For English, we focus on writer's workshop that first quarter and fiction. And then for math, it's really heavy in decimals and fractions.
Place value.
Yes, place value is very important.
In quarter 2, science, we're still staying with force, motion, and energy. That will include electricity and light and sound. In reading in the second quarter, we moved away from fiction and into nonfiction, and then their writing is an expository. Math, we move into multi-digit whole number and decimal fraction operations. So adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions and decimals.
In quarter 3, for science, we move into living systems and processes, and then earth and space systems and the ocean environment. For English, we move into poetry, and they have a persuasive writing. And then for math, we continue with multiplication and division of fractions and decimal fractions, but then we start to hit on geometric measurement and problem solving with volume, area, and the coordinate plane.
And then we finish off the year with, in science, earth and space systems, the changing earth, where we look at the rock cycle and plate tectonics, moving into earth and the solar system, which is always a fun unit. The English, that is where we're going to go back and review lots of things that we've learned over the year in nonfiction, a little bit in fiction, and they have a research writing that they must do. In math, we'll finish off that year with continuing our problem solving with volume, area, and coordinate plane.
This is what our classroom looks like. So we have our classroom library on one side of our pod, and then on the other side of the pod, we have kind of where the whole group will take place. When we're not in whole group, the kids will be able to, there's a couple tables near the library. They'll be able to sit in the chairs in the library so that we can spread out when we're able to.
The supply list, this is the generic supply list that all of Newport News Elementary School is requiring. At this time, we're just going to go ahead and go with this general list. As the year goes by, there may be items that we run out of, and we'll be sending notes and emails home saying, please send in glue sticks or pencils and things like that. And notebooks. You probably want more than 2 notebooks. They do have 3 subjects, or actually 4 subject areas if you can consider the writing different from reading. And they use a lot of notes in math and in science. So an alternative optional items would be tissues. You can buy the big boxes to share, or many families are doing the personal size so the kids can keep up with. Hand sanitizer, Ziploc bags, cap erasers. Also, any like Clorox wipes, Lysol, any sanitizing materials are also really appreciated.
Yes, and that's all we have for you this evening. We cannot wait to meet you on September 8th.
Yes, indeed. Have a wonderful last weekend of summer, and we look forward to seeing your kiddos on Wednesday. Bye.